Kevin was just 15 years old when he said goodbye to his mother and set off for the football. He never came home to her. Anne Williams lived the rest of her life campaigning for a day in court, a full inquiry into how he and 95 others lost their lives at Hillsborough. But when that day came this morning, she wasn't there to see it. Her family paid tribute to the tireless efforts she made for the son she loved.
It took Anne's life to get here. And it's heartbreaking today for us to be here without Anne. And you know, she can't be here for our Kev after all the work she's done over the years.
Today a jury was shown images of Kevin's last movements, how he arrived at the ground 2 hours early with his friends and stood on the Leppings Lane terraces as they filled with supporters and the swelling crowd began to surge. But minutes later the surge had become a crush and Kevin was being carried across the pitch on an advertising hoarding. The court will have to decide at what point he lost his life and whether his life might have been saved. Former South Yorkshire Police Constable Michael Craighill was seen trying to revive Kevin by thumping him twice on the chest. But family lawyer Mark George put it to him that video footage suggested he had only had 6 seconds to assess whether Kevin was even alive. It's not long enough, he said, for anybody, either you or anybody else with Kevin, to have taken a pulse by then. And the former officer replied, "I can't agree with that." Kevin's whole family will be back tomorrow to hear more testimony on his last moments, all but his mother, who did so much finally to bring the evidence before a jury of how her youngest son came to lose his life. Damon Green, ITV News, in Warrington.